It has been over 365 days since I graduated massage school and became a massage therapist, and I want to give you guys 3 things that I dislike about being a massage therapist, 6 things that I absolutely love about being a massage therapist, and 5 pieces of advice I have for any new massage therapists or current massage students. Let's get into it. Welcome back, y'all. If you're new, my name is BK. I'm a licensed massage therapist and a restorative relaxation guide based in Dallas, Texas. So first, I want to talk about 3 things I absolutely dislike about being a massage therapist. The first thing is really weird, but it's a problem I've heard multiple massage therapists talk about, and that's holding in your farts. I know that's really weird, but think about it. You are in back-to-back 1 hour or 1 hour and 30 minutes or even up to 2-hour massages. And you can't just say like, excuse me, I need to go use the bathroom. You have to hold it throughout your entire session. I mean, you legitimately become a pretzel in that bitch, trying to cross your legs, clench your cheeks to not let out a fart. Sometimes it's really uncomfortable. Okay, I'm done talking about this. I'm done. But just know it's something that a lot of massage therapists talk about, and it's a real problem. The second thing I really dislike about being a massage therapist, and this really kind of goes to like when you first start out, is people lowballing you. Before I became a massage therapist, I had only worked like for minimum wage. I worked just like regular like office jobs, and so when I saw $22 an hour, I thought, oh my gosh, this is the most I've ever gotten paid. But what you don't realize is that you're not working 9 to 5. So you're not getting $22 per hour for 8 hours a day. Sometimes you're only working 4, 5, maybe 6 hours because you don't want to push your body to the limit, especially when you first come out. And you really want to just avoid doing 8-hour days in general. So I was working at a chiropractic office and they offered me $22 an hour, but I was an independent contractor. And that's something that you've got to pay attention to as well. When you're an independent contractor, you are paying 30% in taxes. So you've got to set aside 30% of each of your checks. So, 30% of $22, I think it ended up being like $11 or something really, really low. And I was only working 5 hours a day. I was only making like $50 a day. And so my checks would be like $300 for 2 weeks of back-breaking work. And if you've ever worked in a chiropractic office, you know that it's just not easy to do that. I would just say that they knew that I was young. They knew that that's probably the most I'd ever made. And they knew that I wasn't going to like challenge that. But that's something that I've seen a lot of massage therapists go through, just getting lowballed. Whether it's in their private practice or when they're getting hired somewhere. So just be wary of that. The third thing I really dislike is just the hyper white nature of massage therapy. I was raised in a small town in Louisiana, but I went to private schools. I went to magnet schools. I am used to being around a lot of white people, but now I work in a high-end boutique spa, and it's just the type of white spaces that you're in can be really pretentious, and I don't know, sometimes it can just be a little disrespectful. And I'm not going to speak too much on this, but I don't know, just being like a dark skinned black woman, and if my hair is not in like a protective style, it's usually in an afro. And so I get like looks and stares and things like that. And so that can be really annoying. The 6 things that I really like about being a massage therapist. Let's get into it. So the first thing is, of course, helping people. A lot of people go into massage therapy to help people, whether it's reducing their stress or reducing their pain levels. You can even get really specialized. So like helping cancer patients, helping people regain their mobility, geriatrics. There's so many different ways that you can help people with massage therapy. And I just absolutely love that. When you're interacting with someone's mind, body, spirit vessel, you're really changing their lives. And when you can have an impact like that on someone's everyday life, especially when they come in regularly, it's just so rewarding. The next thing that I really love about being a massage therapist is the fact that I stand and move all throughout the day. So I'm not sedentary, I'm not stuck at a desk. And of course there are pros and cons to both. You definitely have to like exercise and drink a lot of water because you are walking and standing and squatting and lunging and moving. But I love that. So that's something that I really enjoy. The next thing that I really love about being a massage therapist is the newfound mind-body connection that I have with myself. Something about learning like anatomy, physiology, all these things about how the body moves and operates just gives you a whole new perspective on the body and how to care for it, but then also interacting with other people's bodies and just seeing what it does for them. It brings a level of connection to you and your life, especially if you love the job and you stay educated on new techniques and what massage is really doing for the body. I definitely have a newfound appreciation for my own body and, you know, the connection that is your mind, body, spirit. The next thing that I absolutely freaking love about being a massage therapist is the flexible hours. So sometimes it can get a little bit like you can't really tell people your schedule, or at least for me, because they're like, okay, well, what time do you go to work? What time do you get off? I'm like, girl, it's different every single day. Like, I promise you. I do work, babe, sometimes until 6, 7, 8 into the evening, but I basically just found out that I am more of a morning person. Like, I want my mornings to myself. So I was able to set up my schedule to where I just come in at like 11 or 12 and kind of work through the afternoon and the evening. And that really works for me. We're also closed on Mondays. Some spas are closed on Mondays. So I have Mondays off and sometimes I have Tuesdays off. So I can slow launch into the week. And yes, sometimes I work on Saturdays or every other Sunday. So I kind of work on the back end of the week, but I honestly prefer that. The next thing I really like is the small business pipeline. So a lot of massage therapists makes extra money by having their own private practice or having clients on the side, even if it's not in an official capacity. So I really love that you're able to step into that entrepreneurial role, step into the small business world and make money that you completely pocket yourself. Of course, you have expenses and taxes and things like that. But like for me, I work at a spa full time, but I also do pop-up markets and I do mobile massage. I go to people's houses. If you want to book that, I'll put the link in the bio. Girl, link in the bio, link in the description. Bear with me, I'm new to this. But yes, I love that it just really opens the door for you to entertain entrepreneurship. You don't have to, but you're not just stuck with your job because you have the skills, you have the license, you can open up your own practice or do both things simultaneously for multiple streams of income. The last thing that I absolutely love about being a massage therapist is the grounding nature of the work. It really is a calm environment. I mean, I'm literally in a dimly lit room with candlelight and soft music playing, and I am basically, I don't know how to describe how it feels working on people's bodies, but it's kind of like working with clay or pottery. You're just kind of working the body until it melts into your hand. That like sensory experience, that touch, being able to feel a cold body that's like really hard, and then after 30 minutes of working on that area, it's soft and it's malleable. There's something so satisfying about that and like stimulating about that. I have ADHD, so I get really distracted, but since becoming a massage therapist, I'm a lot more grounded and I can focus for like hours at a time because of course, like I said, I'm standing, there's like touch involved. You have to be very aware and conscious. Like you have to watch for people's like twitches and if they make any sounds or anything like that. I'm looking for verbal cues to see if they're relaxed, to see if they're not relaxed, if they're uncomfortable. So it's a very like involved experience and I love that for me because I can get distracted really easily. So I love to just kind of hyper focus in that setting. And yeah, it's been bringing me a lot of relaxation and peace in general. Lastly, I've got 5 pieces of advice for people who are current massage therapists or they're transitioning from school to being a massage therapist. Let's get into it. So my number 1 piece of advice, and I hinted at this with the 3 things that I dislike, is you need to research and ask around when you get your first round of rates. So when you go for interviews to get hired somewhere, you need to not take the price or like the rate at face value. Look at how much they're paying you per hour. Look at your job description. Do they want you to sell products? Is it commission? You need to like be asking a lot of questions and also talking to your peers, people that you graduated with and your professors to see, hey, is this a reasonable rate? Is this person lowballing me? What is an average rate? Like, ask all those questions before you graduate. I'm not saying to think that people are just evil, but it's business and you live in a capitalist society. So people are going to try to get the biggest bang for their buck, and that is going to be at your expense. That's just the nature of capitalistic business, especially in America. So just question your rates, question, your job description. Like, I know for me, I did not want to sell products, so I settled on one that did not make me sell products. They're out there. Massage therapy is booming. There's so many different and new spaces that they're hiring massage therapists. So if you don't like it, if you don't like certain parts of it, like if you have some non-negotiables, stick to that, because you're going to be doing this work 5, sometimes 6 days out of the week. And you really want to make sure that you're not getting hoed, respectfully. The next piece of advice I have for anyone that's not a massage therapist yet is to start studying for your NBLEX ASAP. I started studying maybe 3 to 4 months into me being in massage school, and it's just because it's a 200 question test. I think it's like 2 hours long. You need to just practice not getting mental fatigue. You need to practice the type of questions they're going to ask, because sometimes you'll know the information, but the way that they're asking it may confuse you. So take practice tests, download the AMTA app. You can get it for free using your school ID, your school email. Start studying with that ASAP. If you work better with a partner, find someone in your class that can be your accountability partner, things like that. But just start studying now, so that a month to your test, you're not just absolutely freaking out and trying to cram, because it's not going to work. I'm telling you. And our school covered it for the first try, but you had to pay like $300 to take it again. It's absolutely just not worth it. So just start studying now. The next piece of advice I have is to find a mentor or a peer. For me, I don't necessarily have a mentor right now, but me and a couple of people that I graduated with, we have a group chat together. And so we're always talking about rates, like how much did you get paid for this, or like how much do you think I should charge for this in my own business. Like, you can share information, you can just have a sense of community, because no one around you is going to be doing this type of job. And so you need to know what is normal. Is it normal for my wrist to be hurting like this? How do y'all prevent injury? You just want a sense of community, because this is a very odd job. It's a trade. So a lot of your non-massage peers, they won't know what you're going through. And so you want to make sure that you have a strong community around you. Very short piece of advice, and this will make sense once you're deep into being a massage therapist. Remember to take your CEs, your continuing education. It's different for every state. For Texas, the requirement is girl, don't eat me up, I think it's 6 CE credit hours every 2 years, or maybe it's 12, depending on if you're an AMTA member. I don't know. But make sure you look at your requirements, because they will revoke your shit. They really will. You need to stay up to date. It's not enough just to get your license. Every couple years or so, you need to renew it. You need to be taking continuing education, etc. The last piece of advice I have is to do your research on different styles and techniques. Coming out of school, a lot of people dissed relaxation, and what I do now is restorative relaxation. So I blend Swedish techniques, which is more relaxing, with deep tissue techniques, and also cupping. And sometimes I do a little light aromatherapy. It just depends on what the client wants. But I was told that that was fluff and buff, that it was not legitimate massage, and it kind of strayed me away from it. After being a massage therapist for a year, I'm I really love relaxation. I love the people that want to come in, take a nap, just feel relaxed. I also like working with people who want to engage with stress management. They have work-induced stress. They're not planning on quitting their job. They just need to add relaxation, intentional relaxation into their life. That's something that I love doing. So whether it is a technique you've come up with by yourself, or it's a style like lymphatic or mobility or geriatric or infant massage, whatever it is, make sure you do your research and you look into the different avenues. If you want to branch out and have your own practice, people want to know what do you specialize in? So you don't have to know immediately because there's so many styles out there and you just have to try them out, be exposed to them, research them. Don't be stressed about it right out the gate, but be thinking about what style do you like. Because also, I realized that I didn't like working at the chiro office because I didn't like medical massage. And for a second, I was like, do I hate this career? No, I just didn't like the style. So that's another reason why you want to try out different styles in different settings, because you may find yourself resenting the work, even though you really love it, but it's just not the style that you're good at or you're interested in. So there you have it. 365 days of being a massage therapist, some of my reflections, my likes, my dislikes, and a little bit of advice. If you have any questions about being a massage therapist, if you're interested in it, if you're in school right now, if you're a current massage therapist, whatever the case may be, let's have a conversation in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.